they're so comfy.
They are very squishy.
Without the
really
nice, really nice.
Marie Antoinette, France.
Oh yeah, very much so. Cheers.
Cheers.
Enjoy.
Oh, you're already recording. Oh, okay.
Considering its quality and size become a part of our everyday lives in the future.
Hi guys, welcome to video number 2 of the F word. Woohoo! I'm with the beautiful and lovely Bec Mayo. Welcome.
Thank you.
And today we get the pleasure of discussing Beyonce. Oh, and the Beyonce phenomenon, I guess, really. So, first things first, how would you define feminism?
Oh boy.
Yeah.
I'm gonna quote a Beyonce song. No, I won't. Wouldn't it be great if I did that though? I go with the most basic definition of it because I think it covers pretty much everything, which is feminism is the belief in the social, political, and economic equality of the sexes, or genders, I should say. Yeah, I think that, like, I don't know, that for me that pretty much covers it. Like, that's why I get so frustrated with everything that you are like exploring with this in terms of like the stigma around feminism, because it's so simple and I don't understand why there is so much issue with it.
Yeah. So you consider yourself a feminist?
Yeah.
Yes. Beautiful.
Goes without saying.
Why do you need feminism?
Because I'm a woman.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm very privileged to live where I do and live in a, you know, I've had a privileged upbringing, and I myself probably don't experience most of what feminism is still fighting for, but it's the small things and the sort of things that, I don't know, make life a little bit more difficult just because of how I was born and what genitalia I happen to be born with and what social conditioning I happen to be subjected to. And I think also because I feel like there's so much to celebrate in being a woman, and we don't enough in our society, and I want to celebrate it.
Yes.
Good.
What is your definition of the patriarchy?
I would say the patriarchy is the societal construct we live within, where pretty much any gender that's not male is somewhat other. You know, it's not the norm somehow, which is insane when you think about it. So considering 50%, slightly more, I think, is not male of the population. I mean, yeah, and so other in whatever way that means, in terms of there are social inequalities, economic inequalities, and men are inherently have an inherent privilege, which, you know, they didn't ask for, and some men don't necessarily want, but it exists, and it disadvantages women and people of other genders as well. Yeah, and I think it's kind of shit.
Yeah. Cool.
My persuasion can build a nation.
Why do you love Beyonce so much?
It's sort of, I don't know, it's funny because Beyonce used to be daggy.
Yeah.
Like, it used to, like Destiny's Child and that sort of stuff. Like, I definitely went through a period growing up, like probably when I was in high school, where I went all cool and non-mainstream and like turned off all that stuff. And then I somehow found my way back to it. And I don't know how or why, but it's like a magnet.
Yeah.
Because I don't know very many women who at least don't very highly respect Beyonce. I mean, her music is wonderful and fun and exciting and, yeah, like you said, empowering. And oh my God, I went to see her when she was, and I just cried.
Yeah.
Like, there's something about her presence. I mean, maybe it's to do with like the celebrity thing. Like, we have built her into like this
Goddess,
which I kind of love, and then I kind of go, you know, she's still a person.
Yeah.
And you're right, like she has flaws, and I know what I think they are. In a way, it's sort of unfair to put her on a pedestal because we love her so much, but we kind of do. I think the reason we love her is so much to do with the fact that she's a woman, because she's put herself in like very much like a man's world of like R&B, and she's kind of going into rap now a little bit, and all the rest of it, and just the music world in general, and really made her mark, like in a way that you know, it seems like, I mean, I can't speak to this because really we have no idea about like what goes on behind the scenes, but it seems like she controls her life. Like it seems like she goes, this is the kind of music I want to make. Like maybe once upon a time when she was Destiny's Child, managed by her dad and her mum or whatever, like it wasn't like that. But it feels like she's really come into her own.
Yeah, and then to marry Jay-Z, who's this other big powerhouse, but to not let that define her. Like we don't see her as Jay-Z's wife, even though they perform together and their marriage is reasonably quite a public one.
Yeah.
But it's not about, you know, I feel like Kim and Kanye it's like Kim and Kanye, it's about their relationship, but Jay-Z and Beyonce,
they are their own entity.
yeah, and to keep that alive is a ridiculously empowering thing.
Yeah, it is. It's amazing because I think that's hard even for people like me and you.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I think we all have friends who, once they're in a, which I have no problem with. Like, I mean, that's the way it is. Like when you're in a relationship with someone, you're with that person a lot, and they become like an entity. And I'm sure, again, we know nothing about their personal lives. I like that we talk like we do.
We do.
So like, I imagine Beyonce and Jay-Z's pillow talk is like this.
Yeah. Why do you think Beyonce's fans and celebrity and following has become to such a level? And granted, this is coming from people who are very much in that. So I think it's at this high level. People on the outside might be like, no, I don't get it. But why do you think Beyonce has become this like constitution?
Yeah. First of all, I don't think it's just because we're on the inside. Like she is, like, you know, the fact that she can drop an album with no announcement, like she says, and then that it becomes like #1 on iTunes or whatever happens, like, and then wins every award, and you know that speaks to like what she is, that she can do those sorts of things and get away with it essentially, and be loved for it as well. Like, and that's the other thing, that she does these things that, you know, aren't by the rules, and then people go, Beyonce would.
Yeah.
You know, like, and lap it up kind of thing. We all did.
Yeah.
But there is like some putting down of that, the lovey-dovey, like praising your boy or your husband or whatever. And I don't know, like I think that's fine to do still. Like, yes, it's like what the basis of like 90% of music or whatever, but there's a reason for that. It's because it's like our most heightened emotion in many ways, and so I think it's great that she still does that stuff. And then, on the other hand, we'll do songs about feminism or about just being fucking fierce. Like, you can't deny she's talented. Like, there's no question around that with her. Like, you can see she's actually dancing and actually singing at the same time. And we know she, like, has input. Like, I mean, I think she does write with other people, but, like, that she has artistic input into that sort of stuff. Then, on top of all of that, she's, like, a philanthropist as well, you know? Like, the sort of support she puts behind Chime for Change, is that what she does? Like, it's like education for women. Like, tick on the feminist box, if that's what we're talking about, you know.
She is not shy about, you know, being a feminist. Like, one of her songs quotes,
feminist, a person who believes in the social, political, and economic equality of the sexes.
And it's a fantastic talk, and she quotes literally that voiceover. It's not like she sings those lyrics, it's literally that woman's voice in the song, which is amazing.
Yeah, I think that's an incredible, like, sorry to interrupt,
No.
but like, I think that's an amazing thing that she does, is she uses her, Beyonce is also incredibly aware of her status.
Platform,
and she uses that. And for example, like this TED Talk, which not many people would know, like, I think TED Talks aren't exactly
especially
like
outside of the feminist community.
Exactly. Like, I think feminists would probably know it, who are sort of like active feminists, if you're going to call it that. But you know, the breadth of like audience members that Beyonce has would not have heard that. Well, most of them wouldn't have heard
anyone say those
talk.
words.
Exactly.
And especially as thinking back to like being a 12-year-old girl, I don't think I've ever heard anyone say that sentence, like defining feminism. Ever.
Yeah.
Like, and I went to an all-girls school that was praising female education, and I never heard that. So to hear that in a pop culture, in a huge #1 album, it's incredible.
Well, I can't think of any other song that explicitly talks about feminism. Like, you know, you have like women power and girls want to have fun and all the rest of that stuff, which is in a way feminism, but isn't like to say like this is what feminism is. Bow down, bitches. Like. Okay, like amazing. That's why we love Beyonce.
I guess my question is because like she did that, and then at the VMAs, I think it was
Yeah.
when she stood in front of this like, that is a huge thing. Like, I think that was almost blown over a little bit. But it was a huge thing to do that.
Yeah.
And she does all these great things. I guess why she still, cops a lot of criticism for her outfits, her costume. And I want to say costumes because, I follow her on Instagram. And her day-to-day outfit is not leotards with her boobs or whatever.
Or like a G-string.
In a G-string, exactly. So there are costumes. Why do you think that despite, and I think it even comes within the feminist community as well, despite her being very openly about her feminist beliefs, she still cops but you're not a real feminist because you wear these things on stage. Why do you think that is?
Well, why does she cop it? Because, I don't know, because people always want to find... Yeah, people, internet age, love to critique. And not just critique, but be cruel and all the rest of it. And
do you think there's value in that argument that, because she is a model for young girls, that truly believing in everything feminist, that she wouldn't need to use her body in that way if that is in fact what she's doing?
Well, I think it's great that a role model for young girls uses her body in that way if she wants to, sort of thing. Like, in I think part of it is practicality, the way she dresses. I mean, like, dance moves, she's wearing a leotard.
Yeah.
Like, but there's a reason that is like the typical dance attire. But obviously, like, some of them are like more provocative than regular.
And also, I think people often forget her body now is so part of, like, the Kim Kardashian body, and that which is, goes into cultural appropriation a little bit, but as in that's now the body that people aspire to achieve. But like 10 years ago, it was not. 10 years ago, it was the Kate Moss body that we were seeing. So for her to come out to show her body in all its voluptuous beauty, I feel like that's a feminist thing in itself, but yet it still gets attacked.
All power to her, and I think that's wonderful to see in a woman we know to be empowered and we know to be, not being objectified by other people. It's her choice to sort of empower herself in that way. I think that's a great role model to give kids.
Yeah.
I am so opposed to this censorship of young children, of anything that's to do with sex or adulthood, because that's such a modern thing. I don't know, I think that's such like a hangover from Victorian England where no one spoke about sex. Sex is part of life, and I think the earlier we accustom kids to knowing that, the safer you'll be in regards to it. And so I think, I don't know, I think that issue of Beyonce, being a problematic role model for young girls, because obviously young girls love her as well, is moot. She's a brilliant role model, I think. Well, look at all the stuff she's doing.
Exactly. Well, I think that's a good note to finish on.
Sweet.
Thank you, Bec Mayo.
Sweet.
Thank you, guys. I will see you guys next time. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.